afternoon, friends, and welcome to Rowing to May Inspired. My name is Kelly, and here's our pals, Mr. Wilby, Miss Pickles, and little baby Wilby Pickles. If you're seeing that red live button up at the top, that means you're catching us live, and I hope you are, because we are crafting today with the Vintage Country Crafting Friends group. So come on in, friends. Say hello when you pop on so we know who's there. I'm going to get my computer up here so I can see some faces, some comments. Happy Monday. Oh, Monday. It's a rough Monday when you have to go back to work after being off for 4 days. Hello, Miss Misty. Miss Glenda. Come on in, friends. Say hello when you pop on. It's going to do some crafting. Thank you for sprinkling. I appreciate that. Hello, Mother. Well, I wasn't sure. I wasn't originally scheduled to craft, but I was filling in for Miss Jim. Hello, Miss Leona, Miss Liz. Thank you for sprinkling. Hello, Miss Mary. Come on in, friends. So, I had to come up with a plan. Nobody was really on board with my Christmas in July plan. But I am crafting again on Thursday and Saturday. So, you guys are going to be sick of me now. Oh, hello, Miss Sandra. How are you, friend? Okay, I'm going to slide our pals over here to the left, and then we're going to get started. So I went through my estate sale finds. I was like, we're going to estate sale repurpose today. I have this board. Kind of reminds you of a board you could find at Walmart. I don't know where it came from. I did a little sample of my paint that I'm going to use on. Hello, Miss Kathy. You did make a suggestion. You did. However, I might do some of that on Thursday, because I'm on again on Thursday. So I already had a plan by the time I saw your comment. So I did listen though. Thank you for sprinkling me out, Miss Janice. Okay, so we're gonna take our little board here and we're gonna use some Dixie Belle in the navy. Okay. And I did a little sampling here to see, because this is like 2 coats. I want to see how dark it was. So we are going to do a little bit of sunflowers, because we got suggestion for sunflowers. You know, I always love a good sunflower. Oh, hold on, please. Hold, please. Let me get some of this off here. I like to leave these on here, but man, it gets all gooked up. All right. Get back in there. Hello, Miss Debbie. Hello, Miss Sparky. How are you, friend? Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. We made it through another Monday. It was kind of low-key. I think there's a lot of people still on vacation at work. So, hello, Miss Angie. Miss Debbie. Thank you for sprinkling. Miss Sparky. All right, so we're just going to go around here or along here or whatever here. We're going to go on the sides. We're going to get this paint. I'm going to try not to get any paint on my shirt. I just got this shirt in the mail from... I should put my apron on, but I like this shirt. Don't you guys like it? It's a shirt from... You're doing good. It's good to hear that from Love and Faith. And I loved it. I love the colors of it. It just is bright. It has a good message. So I'm like, I'm just going to not try to get it on my shirt. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do my best. So, did everybody have a good 4th? We honestly, it was a low-key weekend. We didn't originally plan to be that way, but my husband had another flare-up of his diverticulitis, so we were kind of home. But it was fine. I mean, it was hot. I mean, I wasn't, you know, I was sad we couldn't go to my in-laws, but it was hot, so I was like not sad that way. I could just kind of stay in the house and do some things and just relax. I did catch up on a lot of sleep. I did do that, so that's good. So I'm kind of happy that the 5th has passed, because fireworks here in Michigan, apparently you can start letting those suckers off on the 29th, and you can let them off through the 5th. So they took full advantage of that time frame, and somebody said it on Facebook. I think my neighbor spent like $23,000 on fireworks, because every night. Now, the night of the 4th of July, was it the night of? Yeah, I think it was the night of. They were crazy in our neighborhood, like kept saying, I don't think they've ever been that bad before. You know, like that. meaning just that long. Like, I said, I don't know. I don't know. Apparently, I don't know that we got any new neighbors or anything, but maybe somebody was just feeling like they just wanted to be all crazy. But yeah, it almost sounded like we had a fireworks show going on. And you can almost hear like a finale going off over here. Hello, Miss Alina. It was kind of funny because he's like, is the church letting them off? I'm like, I don't think so. I don't really know that churches really do that kind of thing, but it kind of was coming from that direction. So I don't know. Oh, because it was just like boom, 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 boom at the end. We only knew it was the end because then it just stopped. I was like, well, they must have let all their fireworks off and that's all they had. They're out. They are out. We had an air show. They started, well, I was on last week. When was I on last? Whenever I crafted last, I talked about it. The air show. And it went, they did air shows up until yesterday. I think they did like 4 of them. Yesterday, they were really flying over the house. Like, whew. My husband goes, I could see the shadow on the ground from the planes. Or the jets, I guess they're jets. We had neighbors with lots of fireworks too. They were even still doing them last night. Well, shame on them. Beat on. Now, I did notice this morning on my way to work that the fireworks stands are still up. Are they trying to get rid of the leftovers? I don't know, but they need to. They need to go. That's enough now. That's enough. We celebrated all the freedom and all, for long enough. I think it was the Monday before. Yeah, it was last Monday when they started, you know, and I was just thinking, it was either Sunday or Monday. They started letting them off, and I'm like, you know, some of us have to get up and go to work in the morning. I was trying not to be that way, but, you know, for the most part, we were off the rest of the days that they were letting them off like that. But the first part, I was like, but we just kept our windows shut. I just opened the windows today, turned the air off. It's warm in our house now, but it's like, it's cooler out. I don't know, it's like in the mid 70s today. So that's like the coolest it's been. I bet your mother doesn't have her air on. She probably has her windows open because her house gets she gets a good breeze through her house. All right, there's one coat of paint. I might do just a little bit more. When it dries a little bit lighter, and I want it to be darker. So we're gonna see what it does here. Oh, my screen goes dark. I can't read the comments. So anyway, what else has been happening? Nothing too exciting, I guess. The dogs are loving the fact that today I've left the slider open so they can run in and out willy-nilly. They like that, but with the air on, they don't get to do that. So they're enjoying their time. Edgar and Edna, there's something else. Those two, they love to chase each other and just beat each other up. You shut your air off this morning. All windows are open. We'll see how long it lasts. Does it feel pretty good in there? I knew you probably did. I knew it. Yeah, I don't know what the weather's supposed to do because I prefer it quiet. Quiet, you know, without our dogs, because they hear things. We used to have a neighbor that had a cannon. Oh, shoot. How many times did they fire that bad boy off? And it didn't have cannonball. What did it have in it? You have your air on 24/7. That's how we've been. That's definitely how we've been around here. The humidity has been insane. Insane. All right, we're going to do a little bit more on here because I do want it darker. And you can see right there where you get that corner. But we won't have to be as... you know, full coverage here. We can just hit this front. We don't need to do the sides because I'm going to sand it a little bit anyway. Yeah. So I'm still so sad about that, the flooding in Texas. I read about today. Oh, it was Miss Dita from or Miss Leanne from Dita's Crafts and Create. Dita's Crafts and Create. Good Lord, I can't even get Dita's page right. Anyway, Miss Leanne's page. Y'all know who I'm talking about. She had some friends. Well, she had some. I don't know if they were actually friends, but there were a couple from her hometown that were camping, and they're still missing. That made my heart so sad. So sad. Ugh, those little girls. And I hate even seeing the pictures of the camp and the rooms that those little girls were in, and just knowing that I just want them to be found. Your air won't go off for several months. Oh, you're done. You're in Florida. Yes. Oh my gosh. Hello, Miss Nora. Hello, Miss Joyce. First time here? Well, welcome in, Joyce. I'm so happy you're here. It would rattle the windows and shake the glassware. Whoops. Oh, shoot. What was that movie where somebody would let stuff off and they would just go around and like hold everything? What was that movie? I don't know. It was an old movie. Can't remember what it was, but they knew he was going to do it. So they just hold everything. Here it goes. Oh, shoot. Okay, I think we got it good here. I think we're good. Yes, welcome in, Miss Joyce. We always love new friends. My name is Kelly. My page is called Rowena May Inspired, and that's named after my grandmother's. So, if you called me Rowena, it would be okay, but my name's Kelly. Listen, that flooding situation is so heartbreaking. I can't even begin to imagine it. Oh, I know. I can't. And then I heard, just thinking about, you just never know. You never know. Like, there was no thought that was going to happen. Did they say that hadn't happened in so many years or something? Just, oh, so sad. Hello, Miss Peggy. All right, we almost got this all done. Now, I do need to use this blue paint on one other thing. Let me make sure I got all this right. We can let this dry. So we don't need to worry about the back. I think I got it good. Yes, that's good. Now, I'm going to set that over here. That can dry a little bit more. So, one of the things I'm going to use on here are these pip berries. So, I plucked these blue pip berries out of a pip berry, what is it, a ring? I don't know, from an estate sale. They're a little bit too bright blue for this, so I'm just taking that same paint and I'm going to go over that blue with this dark blue. So, just like that. Now, I've already done this to about, I don't know, I think there's like 4 other little sprigs I popped off of that ring. So I just left one to show you what I did. So, just lay them out here, give them a little paint. Hold it down because they're light, and then you just darken them up a little bit. If they're too light, just darken them up. So what's everybody having for dinner tonight? My husband says, what are we having for dinner? What do you want for dinner? He never told me. Hello, Miss Rhonda. It says, let them. Have you ever heard that? You ever heard that saying? I love that. It's such a good, it's such a good statement when you just think about all the things that are happening and how people are, and just how the way that people, have their opinions on things. Let them. People don't like you? Fried alligator? What on earth? My husband would want to come to your house. You have no idea what you're having, Miss Kathy. My husband would, every time we go to Mother's, there's an alligator sanctuary. He's always like, we should stop and get an alligator. I'm like, alligator is a sanctuary. It's a rescue. It's not for you to go take. We're having either leftover gumbo or sandwiches. Well, that sounds good. I cleaned out the refrigerator yesterday, so we don't really have, well, he does. I don't. He prepped salads for the week. We had salad for lunch today at work. Apparently we're trying to get healthier, I guess. Yeah, Florida, right? Now, was that alligator just like roaming around and you just, ha-cha? Oh, Mr. Brian, Mom. Did you see? The almost son Brian said hi. How is Brian doing? Okay, that's good. That's good there. Whoops. Let me cover this paint before I have it everywhere. It's blue is about as bad as black paint for me. Get it everywhere. But that let us darken up those little pip berries. Alligator. I've never had alligator. Does it taste like chicken? I know, I do too. And when I saw this shirt, I'm like, I gotta get this shirt. Because, you know, there's just so much negativity in this world. You almost have to live with an attitude of you don't care and just live your life because it'll consume you. Yeah, I can't remember. What was that person's name, Mom? I know that she wrote a book, yes. I can't remember. What was her name? I want to say like Mary or Marcy or Molly or... Oh, he's having problems with his feet and legs. Mom said hi to Brian. Well, I hope he's okay. Alligator's good. Oh, shoot. I mean, is it the other white meat? How are the doggies? Mostly. They're good. They're good. Okay, hold on. I gotta grab another piece of sandpaper, but hold please. Here it is. I gotta slide over here because I can't find it. Here it is. Here it is. You had alligator when you were in New Orleans. Oh, well. How was it, Mother? Was it taste like chicken? Did it taste like chicken? Oh, shoot. So you guys, sometimes if I can't find the strips, I just buy these sheets from like Lowe's and then just cut them to the size you need if you can't. And then you'll end up with some short ones there and you can kind of piece them together or whatever. But I try to just use the full. Whoops. See? Just make your own. Put it back in here. Reminds you of pork, really. Okay. You know, my husband's been wanting to do that what is it? Mud bugs. You know, he calls them mud bugs, which just makes me want to go. He just laughed. He didn't think you all would remember him. Brian loves alligators. We remember him. How can we forget? So sweet to bring you down to Jasper or bring you up. Maybe you came up. Did you come up? We came down. Wait. Mel Robbins. Okay. I was close with an M name. I knew it was. All right. Sorry. That is annoying. But you guys know I like to do my sanding on the edges here. Now I'm going to try to do some right here in the center pieces too. You could give me that distressed look. Never had alligator. Wait, you liked alligator. I think it was deep fried. I think deep fried sounds like the best way to have it, right? Or if you could have it like grilled, you need to find that book. Yes. Check it out. Check it out. I think it was one of those like bestseller books. Pretty sure. And these shirts from Love and Faith were like $10. So they're not super expensive. You gotta watch because they'll have their shirts for like $20, $20, $25. And then they seem to always put them on sale. Usually right after I buy them. No, I try to wait until then I can get more. In August, he's driving you to Fort Smith, Arkansas. Do you have family there? He should have won the Best Son Award. He should have. You had it. Ooh, butter sauce. That sounds good. That's kind of like lobster. Dipping your lobster in the sauce and the butter. All right, let me take a wet wipe here. Wipe this back here and see if we get all the stuff off it here. Let's see. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Look, you guys. We got it distressed pretty good. Ooh, lordy loo, let's clean this mess up. Yeah. Ooh, that sounds good. Now, if I say something to my husband, he's feeling better. But I think he's kind of tired from, the day. He has to work long days this week. He has to go in early and stay late because his coworker's on vacation. So that's why we were like, please feel better. That's kind of like why we were like really being, you like stay home, rest, because you don't really have anybody to cover for you. Your coworker is gone. You have to run the show. Oh, nice. Nice. Well, have a great time. That's awesome. I love like craft meet and greets. They're so fun. They are so fun. They are a lot of fun. Let's see. Yes, that will be exciting. Me and alligators have an agreement. I don't eat them. They don't eat me, Miss Joyce. That's hilarious. I mean, that's a good way to look at it, right? Like, you leave me alone, I leave you alone. All right, all right. It's Blake Fetter. He's getting there. He's got tonight and then tomorrow of antibiotics, and then. But I really think long term, he's gonna have to have a little surgery in order to just avoid this happening. So basically the doctor said, one more flare up this year, son. You have a lot of Love and Faith t-shirts. I know. You can share where you took Cindy. Oh, I should. Okay, so this is another item. It's kind of crazy, right? Because I took this. It's a pitberry wreath. This wasn't the one with the blue on it. All I had was these. It had the red and the cream, and there's some green in here. And it was kind of all curled up. And I kind of just stretched them out because I want them to kind of be like more like a wreath and fill the space because I think it's really cool looking. So I just took the blue and added it in ever so often. So I think this last blue one needs to go like right here. So we just added a little blue to it. And really all I'm going to do is take it and just wrap it around like so. So Mother is saying, tell him where you took Cindy. Blake's oldest daughter turned 23 on Saturday. And he felt good enough to go and, do some. So we took his 3 kids to get ice cream. Well, there's this ice cream store. It's kind of funny when we tell people about it. Don't you like that? Isn't that pretty? So I'm just going to kind of like get these kind of straightened out, and I can just kind of weave them, kind of bend them down so they look better. I'm just kind of there. We got to attach that to the board, but I think it's going to look cool. Because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a bow. We're going to put the bow in the middle. I got some really pretty stuff here to make a bow in the middle. And then I've got this really cool, because this sunflower, this kind of wonky sunflower came on this. I just pulled it off. This was on here, minus the blue. Estate sale, all this stuff is from an estate sale except for the fabric. So we're just repurposing here, repurposing my finds. Anyway, Blake they were like, well, where are we going for ice cream? Well, he likes this specific ice cream called Crunchy Munchy Peanut Butter that's made by Hudsonville Ice Cream. Do you guys have Hudsonville in your necks of the woods? I don't know if it's regional. I have no clue. But anyway, when we were growing up, there was a restaurant, like you could walk. I know, it was so sad, isn't it? I don't understand that. As much as I contributed to Beware, how is that possible? I don't know. I'm making up now, though, with Love and Faith. So there was this restaurant, it's like a block from Mother's house. It's no longer a restaurant. It's been closed for years. But we would go up there and get ice cream, and they had Hudsonville ice cream there, and they had what's called Crunchy Munchy Peanut Butter. And it's like a vanilla-based ice cream that has peanut butter chunks in it, but then it had chocolate-covered peanuts, and it's so good. And like I'm telling you, we started eating this ice cream back when I was probably, I don't know, early teens, maybe. I don't know, maybe younger than that. I don't know. But then you if Hudsonville, if another place sold it, they may have it, they may not, because there were some other places that sold Hudsonville that don't carry it. They'll sell Hudsonville ice cream like at Walmart and then some other stores, but you usually can't find Crunchy Munchy. I don't know why. Blake and I did find it somewhere local. We don't know if it was the grocery store in the area like north of, we live north of Battle Creek. If we found it there or if we found it at Horrocks, our little farmer's market here, but we haven't found it since. So anyway, they have it at this place that's about 40 minutes from here. It's called Sand Lake Party Store. And it's really weird because like it's a marathon gas station, but they have like a meat market / beer, cigarettes, you know, everything a marathon would have. Plus, and you go through into the back and there's this awesome ice cream store. It is what it is. Isn't this cool? I love this. I probably paid like a couple bucks for it at a estate sale because, you know, I don't pay a whole lot. Now, I'm going to try to glue this on here without saying bad words. No, just kidding. I'm going to do my best. All right, so let's try this. So we told them we were going to take them there because they like Crunchy Munchy peanut butter too. And so that off we went. Okay, let me make sure I have this the right way because there's no going back, right? There's no going back. I kind of like that. Hello, Miss Barb. All right, here we go. Wish me luck. There comes my fingers. Coming back around town here. Scared. All right, let's try it. Now, it's going to be covered in the center with a bow anyway, right? So I think it'll be okay. Now, if I got it a little bit too low, I think I did pretty good. It's a little bit lower, just a smidge, but I think it's good. So we took him there, and on the way there, it was his 3 kids and him and I. And on the way there was some conversation about Vern Troyer. Do you guys know Vern Troyer? Who can tell me if they know he was an actor. Hello. Oh, Miss Trudy. Yeah, Miss Trudy knows Sand Lake Party Store. Yeah, you're not too far from there, are you? So can anybody tell me who Vern Troyer is? Because when I tell people Vern Troyer, they're like, who? And anyway, there's a little town that's, I would say, if you go south of where Mother lives and you go west, there's a little town called Leonidas, and there's a cemetery there where Vern Troyer is buried. Does anybody know who he is? Nobody Google it. Vern Troyer. Miss Kathy's gonna Google it. You watch her. She's got her Google machine going. All right, you guys, this looks really cool on here. That looks really cool, but we're going to put a bow in the middle. All right, so let's put this aside and start working on this bow. What time is it? Oh, we got plenty of time. So they were like, he's not buried here. He's buried in, they thought he was buried up in the cemetery in Battle Creek. And we're like, oh, no, he isn't. He's buried here. So on the way back, I'm like, we're going to go to his grave. We're like, isn't that something fun to do with your dad and your stepmom? We're going to the cemetery on my birthday. We even made her take a picture by his grave. You have no clue? All right, did anybody ever watch the Austin Powers movies? Did anybody watch Austin Powers? Oh, Kathy looked him up. She said the little guy. Do you guys remember Mini-Me from the Austin Powers movies? All right, here's one of our pieces of, yes, you knew of him. I believe he was, yes, he was Austin Powers. Yep. So his name was Vern Troyer, and he was Mini-Me. He was like, I don't know, 2 feet 8 or something like that. He's a little tiny. He had this really rare dwarfism, and he was the only one in like his family. No one else had it. And I saw an interview. He said Billy Barty. Do you guys know the actor Billy Barty? He had that same dwarfism. And he was talking about how Billy Barty lived till he was like 72 because the guy who was interviewing him was like, you know, your life expectancy, blah, blah, blah. Well, unfortunately, a year after this interview. He passed away, and it was ruled suicide by alcohol. Yes, mini-me. Yes! And it was sad. I feel like, yep, mother said he went to school in Centerville, so there's a town, a little bit of a bigger town. Like, if you go through the little area that the Sand Lake Party Store, you'll go into a town called Centerville, and he went to school there. But his parents treated him like he was just another kid, and he was Amish. You guys, when he was little, he grew up Amish. When he was little, he was always little. Anyway, his parents left the Amish. They were not Amish. I don't know how old he was when they decided they weren't going to be Amish anymore. They said, we're out of here. So they're not Amish anymore, but he, I don't know, it's kind of a cool little story. So you can always Google him, and there's like an interview he has from like 2017, I think, or 16. I think he died in 17, something like that. So I'm just going to rip this in half. But there's an interview where a guy comes to his house and he takes him through his house. His house is really cool, and he's got a lot of really cool memorabilia. But it was just sad because he was talking about how, he hoped that he'd live a good long life and everything. And then like a year later, I'm like, oh, sad, very sad. But so that's what we did Saturday night. I think cemeteries are intriguing. That was just sweet. And the only reason, because you pull into the cemetery, it's kind of like an old cemetery. So you pull in there and you're like, huh. So I had to look at the pictures online because the picture of his grave was online. You can just see. And so I had to like kind of use that by, oh, there's pine trees behind it. Oh, I bet you it's over here. So it didn't take us long to find it. But oh, shoot. All right, you guys. When I ripped this material, it kind of curled up a little bit. But that's okay. We're just going to use a bunch of it. We're just going to go back and forth with our big girl Bo Dabra. Yeah, he had like this little scooter he rode around on. His little legs. He even had a car. He had a car that, in that interview, they showed he had like a fancy Audi or something like that. And he had it modified, so like the pedals were like, it was just like a regular car. So you put, did the string go through right? Yeah. It's in there. I tuck it under so it doesn't come out. You might not have seen that. I don't know. But he modified his car to have these like things that go on the pedals that just make them long, so they just push it. There could be some short people that just need these. And then he has like he just had like cushions on his seat. Oh wait, well, what else are you going to do on a Saturday night? Well, yeah, especially when you're with your teenagers and, well, your young adult children and they don't want to hang out too long with you. They don't want to be with you too long, right? Oh, shoot. There's like, here, just get us some ice cream and we'll go back home. All right, I'm going to do one more of these. I grabbed one more of these out. Because lots of strings here. Lots of strings. So, yeah, that was really the highlight of our weekend. We were home pretty much until yesterday. We had to, do the whole mow the lawn, grocery shop, and laundry, woohoo, fancy, exciting weekend. Fancy. All right, let me turn this one down a little bit there. All right, so now I got this just kind of like a blue and cream. This material, both of these pieces of material are from Jubilee Fabrics. And I thought they looked good. It's just like a cream. No white in this, just all cream and a lot of strings, a lot of sap. A lot of sap. This was, I don't know, just a little piece that was just already curled like that. So we're just going to use it. Just going to willy-nilly put it in here. Willy-nilly. So you guys, I am in the Vintage Country Crafting Friends Group event today. And up next is Miss Beverly with Country, I want to say it right, Country Loving Market. Yeah, I had to write it down because I knew I was going to mess up if I didn't. Country Loving Market. She's up next. So you want to make sure that you're in the group. Okay, this is some coffee stain cheesecloth that I just had in my stash. I just found it. It was already ripped like this, which is probably more like cut because you can't really rip this stuff. So I cut it at one point and it's all shaggy. It's got some coffee on. I did stain some fabric this afternoon when I was like trying to decide what I was going to do, but I didn't. I got it up all hanging up over here. I don't know if you can see it. After I stained it, I put it in the oven, but I didn't want to leave it in there too long. So if you guys see it, it's all hanging up here on the clothesline. Got the clothesline going here. It's a bunch of red and blue, white. So I just grabbed a bunch of it and like, let me just, I really don't like using white stuff that has white, so I like to kind of dinge it all. So that's what I did there. Threw it in a little coffee cinnamon mix and then put it on a parchment. Did that just come out of there? Is that what Mother was saying? Did that go through? Is that what she was saying? She's such a smarty farty. I think that's what she was saying. It didn't go through right there, I think. Or did it? Oh, hold on. Recovered. She was right. Mother was right. It did not go through on that side. It went through, but it came out that, came out that side there. We got it. We got it. Recovered good. Glad I saw it. You rarely hear anyone buying from Temu anymore. Is that craze over? Well, I think the tariffs on Temu are bad, I think. Is that true? That's what you were saying. That's what you were trying to tell me, and I didn't notice that. I think the tariffs are not good. I've heard that, but I haven't tried to buy anything, so I don't know. Maybe people are just saying that. I don't know. All right, I'm going to tie this in the back, and then I'm going to watch it. Time is 5:30. We still got plenty of time. We still have plenty of time. Okay, so now we're going to take our bow here and get it all zhuzhed out here. Let me trim some of these long pieces down here. Never bought anything from them. I didn't trust them. You know, I never had any issues with them. I know people have had issues with them, but I never had any trouble. My husband didn't appreciate me ordering from there. But I haven't ordered in, since, I don't know. But I don't know if that's the reason why. I don't hear anybody really talking. Miss Liz, you're still ordering, no problem? Well, I do have to say that I ordered postage stamps because Krista from Stand Tall Crafting, she was like, she orders her postage stamps, and you get them really good deal on them. And I don't know how they do it, but they're legit stamps. I mean, I don't know how our stamps from the U.S. come from China. I don't know how it all works. You never had any trouble except sometimes shipping took forever. I just got tired of waiting. That's true. Shipping would take forever. And then I would get, in the beginning when I first started ordering from them, I would get like credits. Like they'd be like, here's $5 for your next time. If it's not here by this day, we'll give you another $5. Now, like one order, I got like $20 because, and I was like, okay, I'll take that $20 and reorder stuff. I mean, I've got a lot of cute stuff there, but I mean, what's Dollar Tree doing now? They're jacking up prices. I've heard some people say that stuff's like $1.75. I don't know. There's like some craft page that I'm on, like a craft show page. People were talking about the prices of things going up. All right, I'm going to put that in the middle. Now, I know that the cheesecloth looks kind of funky, but we're going to put this on top of it, so I don't think it's going to matter. Now, this has got a wire hooked to it. I think I'm going to cut that because this stuff was ever... Oh, you're still in trouble? Oh wait, you've been out of trouble though, haven't you, Miss Sparky? I knew you got into trouble with your sons. I remember you saying that you got into some hot water with your sons for your Temu purchases. Are you back in good graces? Are you back in good graces? Oh, that's gonna look cute. That's gonna look cute. Are you? Is all well now? Do they forgive you? They're just watching you. The only thing you bought this year was a brush. All right, let's put a little hot glue right in the middle of that bow and stick her on down here. Stick her right on down here in the middle. Yes, you're behaving now. Good thing. We hate for you to cut you off altogether. Like you can't go watch crafters. You can't. They're giving you too many ideas. You're buying these things. It's hard though when you see things, you're like, oh, but you know, when you can get things cheap, what can you do? All right, you guys, there's our bow. We're gonna put our flower right here in the center of it. I do want to put a tag on here. Maybe we won't glue that on here yet. Let's get a tag. What should our tag say? Oh, let me grab, because we've got time. Yeah, we got 20 minutes. We need to make a tag. We need to make a tag. All right. What do we want our tag to say? Oh, I got a wooden tag. Yeah, I do too. I think the bowl looks cute in the middle there. I got one of these wooden tags these are from, I was watching a video, Dollar General. Was it General? Oh, that's too big. That's too big. See, I go from this size to this size. I got these gazillion. These are from Temu. These little ones. So we go this size, or we can go this size. Or I have one this. Oh, that's real. Oh, crap. That one's really big. Where did the flower come from? An estate sale, Mom. Oh, okay. So this wreath had the flower on it at an estate sale. I just took it off, and then because I wanted to put a bow in the middle. So yeah, you know my estate sale finds. There's only one estate sale this weekend, and it's not even a good one. Rude. It's like a handyman special. You guys, look at this. I have this stamp. Isn't that cute? All right, I can get some paper, like bigger paper, and cut it down. Because that one's too big. That one I feel like is too small. I need one just right. You knew who it was, Charlene. I've been sending her videos to one of my girlfriends at work. And today she was getting married to the one today. She was getting married to, I can't remember his name. And and the girl that was doing the ceremony said, what'd she say? Your awfully wedded wife or something like that. And we were laughing so hard. Okay, let me see if I got some paper right here. I don't think I have to go too far. Hold on. Yeah, here's the piece. She said, your awfully wedded wife. And then she said, what did she say? I can't remember. She didn't say the trailer 6. Hello, Machina. She's so funny. Okay, that's a pretty good color. Don't you think that's a pretty good color? This is just some construction paper. All right, let me cut it. Oh my gosh, she's so funny. Well, hello, Miss Lori. But yeah, she said, Shug. She's always calling everybody Shug. Oh my gosh, she's so funny. And her hair. She went in the pool. Oh, she said something. There was one where she went in the pool and she was like asking. She went to the neighbor's pool, and she asked his name, Mary Kay and Avon. If you've never seen her, she's a hoot. All right, I can make this smaller. What do we want to put on this? Oh, she did have a skit with him. And I think there was one other lady that does skits that did it with him too. Oh my gosh, she was funny. Okay, that might be We can always cut it smaller. Can always cut it smaller. Here, let me do a little. Let me see if I can make it actually look like a tag. Struggled to get the same. Oh, struggled to get the same angle. I knew I wasn't going to get it. I'm like, nope. That's close. Who knows how to do those right? I don't know how to do those to make it close enough. It's got a little curve there, but look, we can make our own little tag. Chow. Look at that. We can also. She don't do anything for anybody unless she's getting a food stamp. Well, the guy she was marrying wanted to know if he could get $25 of food stamps or something a month, and she was like, well, she wasn't sure about that. She wasn't sure that. And then, oh, I don't know if I want that big still. I guess it could kind of be cute like that. You guys haven't said what you want on this yet. I think I'm going to use some black, or should I use something? See, Edna doesn't want me to use the black ink. She's like, no. Scorched Timber Vintage Photo. What do you guys think? What do you think? Scorched Timber Vintage Photo. Brush Corduroy. Not black soot. What do you guys think? And what is this going to say? What is this going to say? All right, nobody's telling me what it's going to say. Oh, maybe we should use these. We haven't used these in a long time. My little tiny ones. Let's do something. And she'll let them back if they post her Facebook stories. She's like, That's what she says. Okay, so we could do. What's a sunflower saying, you guys? It's going to take me a minute to find these. You guys better give me a sunflower saying quickly. Because you know I got to find all these. Like sun... What's the one about? Like face the sun or something like that? Or what is it? Something like that. These are hard to do. These are hard to do when they're not together. So it's going to take me a second. Anybody think of anything? Y'all are so quiet. Here's Hop from Easter. Oh, shoot. All right, there's an S. I'm going to look for at least sun. There's an N. Need to find a U. I don't even really know how to organize these things, you guys. They're just willy-nilly in this box. That's what I don't know how to organize them. It's like just put them back together. I think they ran outside. Did you hear the herd of buffalo? They just ran through the house. There's an E if we wanted to do sunflower. Well, hello, Miss Janice. How are you, friend? You guys, Miss Janice is rocking a new adventure. It's an adventure of a venture she has going. Shine, okay. But I gotta have it bigger than that because there's that's gonna be really small. She is growing, oh my gosh, she's growing sunflowers. If anybody lives near her, you gotta go buy some sunflowers from her. Oh my gosh. They're beautiful. It's her first year. Her and her husband, they got the sunflowers and just beautiful flowers. Be Sunny, okay, that's a good one. I'm still working on it. There's the U. There's the S-U-N. E-R. I got an O. Still looking for, do I have an F? Do I have an F? Anyway, you have to go to her page and Oh, there's enough. Check it out. She is going to have pumpkins. So excited for her. She had a vision, and her hubby helped, you know, with their property, obviously, and she's been learning all the. She's a pumpkin farmer. Watermelon. She's a watermelon farmer too. Well, she will be when they grow. They're coming along. They look lovely. All right, where am I at? L. I almost have the word sunflower here. L and a W. Good grief. This is like, there's a W. I need an L. Give me an L. I'll have the word sunflower. It is an adventure. I have a sunflower field, 4 by 20 cut flower beds, and 52 by 54 pumpkin patch. It looks awesome. It looks so cool. If I lived closer, I'd be making a trip. All right, there's an L right in my hand. I got the word sunflower. Gosh, those dogs. Something else. Let me see if sunflower will fit on there. I might have to do sunflower. It might have to be like this. Would that look funny if I did it like that? It looked like it. Do we like that? Or how about... Whoops, they're in trouble. They're in trouble. Or should I change it to something else? What do you guys think? We still have 10 minutes to hash it out here. We still have 10 minutes. Yes. Sunflowers. What was it? Shine. Sunny. I don't know if I have 2 N's. Sometimes you have 2 of things. I was going to say sun. Should put sunflower lover. That would be cool, wouldn't it? L-O-V. I just need to find a V. I could make the word lover. How's that sound? I like that. Sunflower lover. That's me. I love sunflowers. Let's just do it. Where is the V? Oh, there's the V right there. Okay, here we go. Okay, I've got everything out here. I've got everything out here now. So, should we do the archival ink? Black is very dark. But we could do brush corduroy, or we could do brush corduroy. Let's do that. Let's do that. All right. Start. Oh, good gravy. Make sure they're snapped in. You can buy these stamps on, actually, you can do this right here. Sunflower. And then we'll just do lover. It's not going to be perfect because we got one too many letters like that, okay? But you can stamp them in, then they'll go together. Snap them in, stamp them on. You love the picture show you posted. Oh, you did? Did you like? Isn't that awesome? I tried to get pictures. Not everybody that was there got pictures, but everybody who wanted a picture, I guess, was in a picture. Please be straight. I guess we could flip it over if I screw it up. Oh, that worked good. Look. Sunflower. And then we'll just put lover on the bottom. It was fun. It was so fun. So fun. Okay, now you can separate, please. Now, go ahead and separate, please. All right. Lover. The E here. I like these for the fact that they snap together and then they're all in the straight line, because I'm not good with straight lines. That might be a little bit lower, but let's see. What the heck? Redo. Let me see if I can line it up now. Did you see what happened? The bottom didn't get stamped all the way. I thought I had it. Good gravy. Oh, geez. Now we got to see if we can get it lined up. It's going to be higher. I know it is. Ooh. Boom. Look at that. I did it. I did it. Hello, Miss Carol T. How are you, friend? Ooh, how did I do that? Oh my gosh. You guys just witnessed a miracle. It was a miracle. It was a miracle. I got it in the right spot. It was a good time. Oh my gosh, it was exhausting, but it was a good time. Ask Mother. She worked the hardest because she actually went out earlier to the church to okay, we're just gonna take our ink and go around the edges of this. We still have like 7 minutes. You guys don't forget, we're in the Vintage Country Crafting Friends group. And Miss Beverly's up next with Country Loving Market. Okay, I'm going to dry that a little bit here before maybe I scrunch it up and do a little bit more. It is a Christmas miracle. It sure was. So that got... I am not good at that. All right, drying that up. Yeah, Mother went out to the church early to... All right, I want to straighten that up a little bit more. Now I'm going to scrunch it. To turn on the crock pots because we had meatballs. So she went out and turned on the crock pots, and then I think she went back home. Yeah, I think she did because that was early. Yeah, Miss Nora, can you believe I nailed that? I can't believe I did. All right, we're just going to scrunch it. I'm scrunching it good there. Okay, let's do a little bit more here. Do a little bit more. I like it all messy looking. Messy looking. It looks old and dingy. I think I have. All right, let's take a little twine here. You guys, I tell you, we got the Olive Garden open here now. We got the Olive Garden. My husband and I went to it. We spent Olive Garden is so expensive. Good Lord, it was expensive. We spent like... Now, he did get 2 of those take and bake, whatever. You know how you can get like $6 meals. He did do... Because we got 2 meals. He got 2 of those to take, you know, and bake. Or not even bake. It's take and microwave or whatever you do. Take and microwave. All right. I think that can go in there like so. What do you guys think? Let's just glue that right on there. Well, thank you, Miss Tracy. I seem to keep going shorter and shorter. No, actually, the last time I got my hair cut, I think I actually left it a little bit longer. I just let my hairdresser, you know, tell me all the gossip, and he just, you know. I've not been to Olive Garden in years. Do I even have this down? You guys can even see it. It's like way up in the computer. Yeah, I mean, I love Olive Garden, but I was like, okay, this is expensive. Our waiter, I don't know if it was his first waiter gig, you know, or what, but he's not the best waiter, but we're like, they're new, they've only been open like a week, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Okay, what do we think? Glue that on right there. I think that would be cute. Well, hello, Miss Marlene. How are you, friend? Okay, let's just go ahead and glue this on here. Now, maybe I should put a little, how about some E6000 here? What's your favorite place in the world to eat? Oh, Miss Nora, you love Olive Garden? I like some good old breadsticks, and I'm going to do the E6000 out here on the little, okay, the petals, and I'm going to do the hot glue in the middle. That will help keep that on there. I'm good. Gotta stop talking about food because I'm getting hungry. Let me see how I wanted to put that. I think it's going to go just like so. Gonna go just like so. I don't know if that's how I wanted it, but that's how it's going. It's a little shorter down here, but that's okay. It's a great style on you. I keep working on mine, but I'm not satisfied. You know, sometimes it is like one of those work in progress kind of things. You're like, I got to get it right. You know, I take a picture and I'm like, this is what I want. Can you make it happen? He's like, I'm not a miracle worker, lady. No, he didn't say that. All right, what do you guys think? What do you think? I think it looks cute. Now, the tag can kind of move down because it's not connected only at the base there. So you can kind of slide it down or slide up. It might get a little bit of E6000 on there. It'll dry. I thought about putting a little... I don't think a ladybug would look cute. Not a bumblebee either. I guess nothing. Or I could put a little button. What about a little button? We could put a little button on the end down here just for a cute little embellishment. A little button, because we love buttons. We do, we do. Let's see. No, I don't want to do that one. That might be kind of cute. Well, thank you guys. Thank you. These are estate sale items. When I go estate sailing, I look for things to redo. That could be cute. Stack it on there like that. It's like a burgundy button, kind of burgundy, and then like a blue. So that's kind of why when I go, I look for those things. So I'm kind of specific. So that's a lot of times why I go by myself, because I'm very specific. Oh, because of what I'm looking for. And I'm just like, I don't have time to dilly-dally in the things I don't care about, right? What can I remake? What can I do over? Okay, you guys, our time is just about up. Make sure you're in the Vintage Country Crafting Friends group. See, we just added a couple buttons right there on the end. Just give it a little something on the tag. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I think it turned out stinking cute. Kind of a little country look. I think I love it. I love it. I think it looks cute. You can always stretch these out a little bit more. You could curl them up, twist them up, do whatever you want. But Miss Beverly is up next, and she is at the Country Loving Market. So thank you guys so much for being here. I will be back on again on Thursday. I think probably about 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time again. But I'll be posting. Thank you guys. Have a great night. Bye-bye.